This year coming up on Thanksgiving, I think those of us in Western North Carolina, even into upstate South Carolina and Eastern Tennessee, we have a lot to be thankful for in a way that none of us could have ever imagined after everything we've gone through with Hurricane Helene. To all of our neighbors all around us here in this little corner of Appalachia, and to so many that have tuned in and just cared so much to learn about what has truly gone on here with Hurricane Helene that has been largely ignored or just misrepresented in the mainstream media. This is my prayer for all of us this Thanksgiving, a time that usually brings about such just coziness and warmth and gathering as we finish up the autumn season and prepare to head into winter, and living in a community with so many farms and so much true harvest blessing and thankfulness of the season. That's not what we're seeing this year. We're seeing something very different. And I would be lying if I said that all of us here feel like we've come to terms with what has happened. And I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but I truly don't think we have. The magnitude of this is so large that I have a feeling it will be years before those of us here really do come to a deep place with understanding just the sheer weight of everything around us. Neighbors that are gone, towns that are gone, homes that are destroyed. And even for those of us that were kind of in the spot where our homes and our people did make it, we're still dealing with that destruction. And so my prayer for all of us as we go through this now is, it's getting so much colder. It's been snowing at our house all morning off and on, but the wind is howling so hard, nothing's even sticking. We're trying to gut out our basement. We're trying to remove the mold. We're dealing with massive sickness, and we're trying to keep pressing on to the best of our ability. But it's hard. Trees are still coming down everywhere, right? Things are still going wrong. We're still trying to help neighbors and locals and do the pieces that we can while trying to fix up our stuff as well. And when usually our communities are coming together and really kind of reaping the bounty of the land, that's not where we are this year. What we've seen this year has been something that will be in the history books for our area. Nothing like this has ever been seen before. And so my prayer for each and every one of us as we go through this season, trying to find ways to stay warm, trying to find ways to repair our homes, our properties, for many of us, our livelihoods. My prayer is that each and every day we get a day closer to aligning ourselves in God's will for our lives. I don't think many of us will be able to find the answers that we're hoping to find in all of this. Why did this happen? Why some houses and not others? Where was the breakdown? Why is the response from our country not what it should be? We can go through so many of these different areas while still seeing there is so much blessing and thanksgiving in each and every day. Why did this happen? Well, because we live in a sinful, fallen world. There are many different reasons and things we can pick apart and look at, but the honest answer is that we live in a sinful, fallen world. These are just the results of a world that is groaning. The Bible tells us that all creation is groaning for the return of the Lord. We can look around and we can see so much destruction that came about. And maybe I'll never know every single why, what, how, and all the pieces of it. But that's where we are. That's what was set before us. And to see the outpouring of love, of neighbors, reaching out, offering a helping hand, sharing all the resources we have with one another. To see this opportunity to connect with so many people across our country and even internationally, to see the assistance and love being poured in is one of the most beautiful things. I love living in the South. I really, really do. I think the community out here in the mountains is something that everyone should experience, that everyone should have, that all of us should strive to be. And seeing that come alive in the aftermath of this storm has been one of the most beautiful experiences. To be able to pause, to talk to others, to lift them up, to lend a hand, to share our resources. And moving forward, as we look at this and we're preparing, it feels like winter is coming fast. I know for us, we're struggling. We have been dealing with so much sickness. It is freezing. We're trying to stay warm. We're trying to work and to do all the things. As our house, we're having to gut things out and find ways to rebuild them. We're not carpenters. This isn't our specialty. We're trying to gather the supplies and the manpower and just try to get through it. But we're all doing that. I know all of us out here, we're I mean, it's not just here, I know it's everywhere, but the sickness, the aftermath, the exhaustion of just life being this way now, it weighs on us. But God, one day at a time, we get a little bit closer to get to share our family story here, as we've been sharing videos of what we're experiencing through this all, and to hear the responses from so many of you. It really has been an encouraging thing to see others that want to find ways to help and to pour into their neighbors here in North Carolina that need assistance. To be able to see just the love and outpouring is something that we will give thanks for until the Lord calls us home. And so here we are. Here's what we're dealing with. It's not going to be easy. None of this is going to be fixed anytime soon. Winter is coming. We're all cold. We're worn down. We're exhausted. It's not the normal kind of coziness and bounty coming together to wrap up a season and go into the quiet of the winter months. Instead, it's quite literally battling the elements to try to get the things done so that we can try to be as prepared as possible for winter, when our summer ended and fall started off with such a difficult experience. But we have one another. We have what's here. We have our stories that we can share. And we can continue to pray that the Lord will work in each and every one of our lives to strengthen us, to grow us closer to Him, and to allow us to serve those that He puts in our path. That regardless of how cold it is, regardless of how worn down we are, regardless of how much damage there is and how much rebuilding that needs to be done, that we keep moving forward each day, growing stronger and stronger, and knowing that we absolutely can build back our homes and our farms and our communities even stronger and better than they were before. It's not going to be easy. This road is far from over. But seeing how much we have one another, seeing how many of you out there that don't even live here in the area, but yet you are giving so selflessly, you are encouraging, you are praying, you are sharing these things. It's amazing to see how wonderful it is to be reminded of the true community we actually do have. In a world so pulled apart and so focused on internet and not, in person and all of these different things, it's amazing to see opportunities where we can remember just how close communities can be, even through different mediums like YouTube, to lift one another up, to be there for one another, to cover each other in prayer and encouragement as we heal from whatever it is that this world might throw at us. There's always a reason, there's always a purpose. And a purpose to be here and to share, to be here and to gather resources, to be here and to offer help to those in the area. That's something we'll continue to do. As yes, we're attempting to build back our own home, our own little homestead and everything else going on, even in the cold, even in the storms, even in the mold and the muck and all of the chaos. There's beauty and there's blessing in all of it. Because regardless of the struggles, the Lord gave us today to serve Him and to find the beauty and blessing in whatever it might be that's brought before us. And so, as I am praying this over my own family, there's 14 of us here on the property trying to rebuild. I pray this for every single one of my neighbors, near and far, in whatever way the Lord might use it, that we will definitely live it out to His glory. Pray for each and every one of you this Thanksgiving season. It's a cold, very busy, very strenuous time in our home, but we're thankful. We're thankful for the opportunity to keep pouring in and trying each day to the best of our ability. I'm going to go get back in by the fire. We're taking a little break as we're clearing out mold and debris each and every day. It feels like that's all we do, trying to get things built back together. Keep watching the videos. Please share this message and pass it on to all of you here. I want to cover you in these prayers and to lift you up. For anybody looking for ways to get involved, ways to help, ways to share, I have everything linked down in the description below. We're sending out weekly updates through an email newsletter. You can sign up for that as well. Anyone locally who's in need of help, we have a forum linked down there as well. If you need something, send us a message, let us know. As we want to, yes, try to get our home and lives built back up. But we want to pour into this community that we love so much and that we're so thankful to have the opportunity to do so. I'm going to try to warm myself up, check in on my family, and I'll see you all here in the next video. Happy Thanksgiving. May the Lord bless you and guide you in whatever circumstance it might be that you are facing today. And may the Lord just continue to bring these resources, these videos, these messages. I know there's many of us who live out here sharing this. Lord, put them in front of people's faces, that they can get shared, they can get spread around, and that we can come together as one large community to pour back in and help those who have lost the most rebuild back stronger than they were before. I love you all, and I thank you for another wonderful season of hope and love here at our little YouTube channel, Heavenly Minded Home. I'll see you on the next video. Check out the links below and have a wonderful, wonderful time in whatever capability you might be celebrating this week. See you on the next one. Bye, friends.